What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And today we're talking about Kai Jones, man. Kai Jones, man. I know you guys remember this guy, man. He went viral for looking like he was on some. A lot of people just say that's how he is. I don't know, but I did make a video about that, but he has made the news again. Before I continue to talk about how he made the news, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Now, if you guys haven't saw the video of Kai Jones, I highly encourage you to go check it out, as that video left me speechless, right? So I remember when I first saw the video, I automatically thought what everybody else was thinking. This may or may not be the case. Kai Jones looked like he was definitely not sober in that video, right? And I remember getting a lot of flack from people who were hitting me up, who probably said that they understood him and they were saying that he is Bohemian. I've been around a lot of Bohemians. My best friend is Bohemian. He don't talk like that. I'm sorry. I know you guys were trying to come to this guy's defense, maybe because you from his country, and I get that. You know, you don't want to see a guy that you understand getting drugged in the media like that, but do understand that, I do have a Bohemian friend. He doesn't sound anything like that, but that's just what it was then. This is something new now, right? So after being waived, we know that the Charlotte Hornets have waived Kai Jones. You see Miles Bridges going through all kind of shit in the media as well. I don't know, man. The Hornets organization as a whole starting to look like the Cleveland Browns in the NFL, man. They just look wrecked. The only person who does have any type of sanity over there seems to be LaMelo Ball, at least out of the starters, right? So, Kai Jones is known to be a little bit odd. You guys may have saw a lot of his tweets and posts. He constantly says things like he's better than LeBron James. He'll dominate Shaq in his prime. He has a better mid-range than Michael Jordan. I don't know if this is lunacy or confidence. I'm confused, but either way it go, if it is lunacy, then it fits the picture, and if it's confidence, I admire it. Because, hey, if you feel like you are the best, then maybe you should talk like that. But let's get into how Kai Jones has made the news. And it says here that Kai Jones drops bold new MVP, Defensive Player of the Year declarations after Hornets release, right? So he's pretty much saying he's going to be the MVP of the league for whatever team picks him up, or Defensive Player of the Year. So I don't know. Only time will tell, Kai Jones. But let's get into the report where it says it has been tumultuous past few months for the Charlotte Hornets organization, to say the least. In addition to Miles Bridges' controversy they're dealing with at the moment, in light of his recent arrest, the Hornets have had to handle Kai Jones' situation, which began with the bizarre Instagram Live, the one that I just spoke about, right? So I want to get into something, man, that I always touch bases on, and it's just that these kids really aren't ready for this much money at once. You guys have to think, man, these kids have their heads screwed on the right way when? I'll let you take a guess. When they are trying to make it. High school, college, you might have a little hiccups in high school or college, but for the most part, when the eye is on the prize of making it to the league, to come into that type of generational wealth, these kids walk right, talk right, and act right. But once you give these kids this money, especially nowadays, they become more of what they are. Kai Jones maybe has always been like this. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because upon draft, they ask you about your family, they ask you about they ask your teammates, they interview your teammates, and everybody has to speak highly well of you, or at least good enough for them to look at drafting you, right? So I want y'all to know, man, these kids get all this money, and I'm not knocking the money that they're making. It's outrageous. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a kid, I would love to make that money, but I would love to be a kid who's responsible and does not make the headline for the wrong reasons with millions and millions of dollars in my pocket. I would love to be opposite of Kai Jones, Ja Morant, and Zion Williamson. I'm just being honest. If you're a kid like that, look at Simon over there on the Blazers. Anthony, however you say his name. Don't hear a peep out of this kid. Just hit $100 million contract last season, and you don't hear a peep out of this kid. I mean, that's crazy. All that money, you can live life and take care of people. Instead, you're on the media doing stuff like this, right? So let's go on. It says, with his social media accounts being a ticking time bomb, given all the reveals and eccentricities that may well get posted posted at any given moment. Kai Jones dropped another bombshell statement declaring himself as a future most valuable player and defensive player of the year award winner. All right. So, and that's another thing, man. Like, what's all this shit? Like, what's all this? Is Kai Jones, part of the LBG etc. community? You know what I'm saying? If he is, it's all good. But I started to notice a trend with these hippie ass, rich ass NBA players, man. They get rich, they get to painting nails, wearing dresses, wearing this and that. They get to posting weird, writing like Cam Newton online, man. What's going on, man? I'm telling y'all, man. I'm just old school, man. And the crazy thing is, like I tell y'all, I'm just 30, but maybe because I'm a Mississippi boy and I was raised traditionally, and you got some people out here raised traditionally that still go to Hollywood and make all this money, or go to the big leagues and make this money, and they get turned out for whatever reason. But all this new hippie shit, thinking that it's cool, and to me, it's really not. To me, I said to me, in case y'all try to jump on me and say that this guy has a right to express himself or whatever, right? I'm just saying, all of this stuff is weird behavior. I know that Dennis Rodman was a little bit off and a little bit weird, but he kept basketball when he could. I guess I could say that. But anyway, let's keep reading. At this point in time, no one still knows what the former Hornets forward is going through exactly that has fueled this behavior that has fully come out of left field relative to what we know of him before all of the shenanigans transpired. Now, it is crazy because I don't know what's going on with this kid. I never heard of this kid like that. I didn't watch his game like that. But when I did go back and watch his highlights, he was decent. I'm just being real. He was pretty good, right? I don't know what's going on with this kid. I did notice that around the time when he made the video that looked like he was on everything, any type of narcotic ever made, he unfollowed all of his teammates, or maybe it was vice versa. I do remember that now, right? But to see a kid of his potential, man, I'm not dragging him down by any means necessary in this because he's under a microscope. So obviously, anybody watching his page is going to report it, you know what I mean? But I would say for his sake, I think it's beneficial for him to carry himself a little bit different, especially if you plan on landing on another team soon, because we don't want to bring you into the organization with all of this type of stuff going on and, not knowing like where your mental is and stuff like that. But I guess since he's away, maybe he may be getting the help, you know what I'm saying? Either way it go, I just hope that this guy finds himself, but we'll keep reading where it says here. But even though he's being a bit delusional in this regard, seeing as it's hard to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year if you're not even on an NBA roster. And that's what I just kind of mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize, man, no team is probably going to want to touch you. No team is really probably going to want to touch you, because if I could sit back hundreds and or thousands of miles away from you and look into the camera and say, oh, something is wrong with that, I can only imagine what they are looking at. I don't know how this may, how a trade can even happen, what could be offered for this guy, or if this guy just needs to be out of the league until he feels he has the help deemed necessary, because I don't see another team doing business with Charlotte. But then again, it's the NBA. You see NBA players end up on a roster in some way or form, so it could happen, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people say that, this is just Kai. He's kind of always been a weirdo. It says here, it's still a bit sobering to witness someone have this much belief in himself as Kai Jones. Now, this is where the media has to kind of make it about themselves, where obviously, like, I don't think that was far out of line for him to say that. I think that it's because he is the person that said it, because anybody could believe that they could be MVP and DPOY. I think there's nothing wrong with believing in that, and I don't think that a guy should be scrutinized for it. Yes, it may sound crazy because you don't hear a lot of NBA players saying that, but we'll be looking stupid as hell if this guy came into the league on game breaker mode and took the league by storm. You know what I mean? So who knows, maybe this guy loves to piss the media off. See what Kai Jones posted, the Elon Musk rocket taking off. It says Falcon Heavy launching, right? And this was the rocket at NASA. I saw that on the news the other day. And Kai Jones retweets life right now. So in my mind, I'm thinking either you saying your life is lit or you saying you're lit in life because you're you, or you saying you're lit off something else? You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it will be more beneficial for him to just kind of stay out of the light like this, because it's hard to dissect this, but it's easy to assume what this person might be saying just because of the video that went viral and how he normally talks. A lot of people think that this guy is on stuff. I must admit, the first video I made, I thought he was on stuff, guys. Or he may very well was, right? I don't know, but this guy definitely looked like he was on some you know what. So, I don't think it's far out of line for this guy to have made this tweet, man. I just think that, it's going to obviously make him look crazy because not too many people say this, but sometimes it's okay to be a little different. So you guys jump in this comment section, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this take. Let me know how you guys feel about Kai Jones. What team do you guys think Kai Jones may end up going to or being picked up by? Let me know. Like always, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.